Hi, this is Rob Barnes with Integrated Insurance Consulting, and today's topic is legacy planning with IRAs. There's a difference between income and estate tax planning. For clients with large IRA balances that they don't need to live off of, they may decide to defer their RMDs until they have to take those distributions. And that might be good income tax planning, but it may not be the best legacy planning. You see, an IRA or qualified money in general does not get a stepped up basis. It's taxed at ordinary income tax rates under the income in respect of the decedent rules. There's no ability to stretch past 10 years for non-spouse beneficiaries these days. And we know that the big beautiful bill increased the estate tax limit, so fewer will be exposed, but there's still a lot of people that have state exposure for the 15 states that tax you above certain limits when you pass. And so there could be more shrinkage from state estate taxes, even if there aren't federal estate taxes. So let's take a look at Tom and Mary, a 65-year-old couple in good health. Tom has a 3 million IRA. We're going to project the growth at 6% net of any fees. And the tax rate that we're using is the 35% income tax for those IRD taxes that are involved here. In our first scenario, we're going to look at just the income taxes due on the IRA when they pass. And we're going to compare it to a life insurance leverage option. They're going to pull money out of the IRAs. They're going to pay income tax, and the net of 45,000 will be gifted to an ILET owning the 3 million policy. So let's take a look. Under the current do nothing strategy in 25 years, assumed second death of age 90, there's a $5 million balance, but $1.7 million eaten up in IRD taxes, leaving $3.2 million to the kids. Our life insurance leverage option will leave a total of 5.7 million to the kids because the 3 million proceeds of the second to die policy. Now, a couple of things I want to point here is that note that the differential of the account balance in 25 years is only 800,000, but yet we spend $1.5 million for life insurance premiums over the time. And the reason for that is taking distributions early lowers the trajectory of the RMDs, and it leaves us with this comparative situation. Now, one thing that John and Mary could do if they wanted to, because in their case, they are attached to their church, they could leave the whole $5 million balance to their church. And of course, they'd be disinheriting the government from income taxes and the kids from the balance. But the kids would inherit the $3 million policy, just $250,000 less, roughly, than what they would do with no planning. So they might decide this. They don't have to leave all of the IRA to charity as well, but whatever they leave to charity cuts Uncle Sam out or cuts the state out of taxes if they're exposed there. So the bottom line is this strategy of leveraging with life insurance, even if there are no estate taxes, it leaves you with a $2.5 million gain consistently over time. Now let's look at it if there were federal estate taxes. In that case, we're using a 40% balance. The do nothing strategy stays, it actually reduces from the 3.2 million because of the estate taxes. So they leave just under 2 million to the heirs under the current do nothing strategy and being exposed to a 40% estate tax. Under the estate tax example, they only leave $1.6 million out of the IRA, but because you have 3 million more in life proceeds, there's 4.6 million left to the heirs. So in this situation, we more than double what's left behind for the heirs by using the life insurance leverage. And if we go one further and state that the 4.2 million IRA balance is left to charity, then the kids would only inherit the 3 million, but that's still 50% better than the do nothing strategy for those that have federal estate tax exposure down the road. Now, again, some people may not have federal exposure, but they may live in a state. As an example, in my state, if you're worth more than $4 million, you'll start paying a state tax, and that level can get up to 16%. So might not be taxed as much as the right-hand side, but still leaving less behind than the life insurance leverage option here. So when we look at estate tax and legacy planning, there are certain axioms that come into play. And the biggest axiom of having estate taxes is that, the government requires you, if you've been successful to a certain point or above, they require you to give back to society. And so we have this social capital versus personal capital thing. And so when we're planning here with estate taxes, qualified plans are the worst asset to die with because of that double taxation. And we want to maximize good assets in estate tax planning, and that's with life insurance owned properly outside the taxable estate, so it's received income and estate tax free. And in here, what is the worst asset to die with is also the best asset for them to leave to charity. So it's possible, as we've looked at, for them to self-direct their social capital to charities that they care about. And they're generally cutting out Uncle Sam, not their kids. They're making it up to their kids with the wealth replacement trust, if you will, the ILIT owning life insurance. And so the question for some of your higher net worth clients is, should you wait for RMDs to start, or should you possibly look at a strategy like this? And I just want to emphasize for those who might follow Ed Slott, a known retirement plan expert, when the stretch IRA was eliminated, he came out with an article that's titled "Life Insurance is the New Stretch IRA." And so just giving you outside information there that this life insurance leverage idea might be worthy for some of your clients. So for those that want to look more or learn more from this, on our YouTube channel under Integrated Insurance Consulting, we have a presentation titled Life Insurance Planning for High Net Worth Individuals. You'll find this module in that presentation along with other information to further help your clients leave more to the kids and less to the government. So if you have any cases you'd like to discuss or design, please reach out to me. We'd be happy to discuss them, and appreciate you taking a few minutes of your time to learn more about legacy planning today with us. Thank you.